folks, welcome to the channel Thinking Theology. I'm Don. I'm not here establishing theology. I look at arguments revolving around theology, and they can be pro-theology, pro-religion, anti-religion, atheistic, doesn't matter to me. I like talking about it. I like analyzing it, and I still think the proof of a human being is in the pudding, as they say. If they're a pretty kind person, pretty thoughtful person, I'm on board. If you're just insistent that your position is impervious to error, whether you're an atheist, whether you're Christian, Jew, Buddhist, whatever, then I'm not on board with that, because we all have room to grow and think about new ways of looking at things, and that generally requires an open mind. I am looking at today, Donald Trump's views about his religion. I don't know what they are. I haven't seen this, but I'm going to react to it, just add some comments to it. Just my thoughts. I sort of believe more in congeniality than in religion or any overly dogmatic thing. I have my views on certain things, but they're subject to change because somebody may make a better argument than I am making, and I'm all on board with that. I don't care who you are, young, old, fat, thin, toothless, whatever, from another country, male, female, I don't care. If it's a better argument than the one I'm making, I'm going to adopt that one. But anyhow, let's see what soon to be, once again, President Donald Trump has to say about his faith.
The Bible certainly is one of, if not, I mean, it is the book.
Let's pray together, may we? Yes.
I believe in God. I am Christian.
I'm a Protestant. I'm very proud of it. Presbyterian, to be exact.
I'm Presbyterian. Boy, that's down the middle of the road, folks, in all fairness. I mean, Seventh-day Adventist, I don't know about.
I have great relationship with God. I have great relationship with the evangelicals. And I go to church a lot. Always on Christmas, always on Easter, always when there's a major occasion. And during the Sundays, I'm a Sunday church person. I like to do the right thing where I don't have to actually ask for forgiveness. When we go in church and when I drink my little wine, which is about the only wine I drink, and have my little cracker, I guess that's a form of asking for forgiveness. And I do that as often as possible because I feel cleansed. We were having fun when I said, I drink the wine, I eat the cracker. If I do something wrong, I think I just try and make it right. I don't bring God into that picture.
My wife and I pray for you.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's a good point. I like that. You atone, so to speak, with the person. If you hurt them, you go to them and unhurt them, or apologize or ask forgiveness to that person. That makes it very real. I do know some folks who are what I call armchair believers. They just they believe things. They just have this relationship with God. That's the only one that matters. And if they do something wrong, then they don't make it right with that person. They ask God for forgiveness, and then they move on. And it's like, I like what Trump just said there, that if he does something wrong, he's got to make it right with that person. I like that.
I need it probably more than anybody in this room. You can stay if you want it because you need the prayer more than I do, I think. I want to just pray for Arnold if we can for those ratings.
I can understand the evangelicals to a certain extent saying, well, maybe he's not as nice as we want him to be, but they also want to see the country be great.
Why do you think those voters are drawn to you?
Well, I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian, which means something. Maybe he's not as perfect on the Bible, but I did go to Sunday school for many years, I want to tell you. I get sent Bibles by a lot of people.
Where are all those Bibles anyhow now?
Well, actually, we keep them in a certain place, a very, very nice place.
My second favorite book of all time. What's my first favorite book? The Bible.
The Bible is special. The Bible, the more you see it, the more you read it, the more incredible it is.
An Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. Proverbs, the chapter, never bend to envy. I've had that thing all of my life where people are bending to envy.
2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians 3:17. That's the whole ball game.
There's no way I would ever do anything to do negative to a Bible. God is the ultimate. I mean, God created this. And, here's the Pacific Ocean right behind us. So, nobody, no thing, there's nothing like God.
Yeah, I have no problem with somebody who believes in God at all. I have no problem with somebody who doesn't. It's like I said in the beginning, it's how people stand and their opinions that matter to me. And this collection of excerpts of Trump, I mean, there are times he amuses me, and his views are fine. His answer to the question why he got elected, because what he said, because, well, I'm Presbyterian and all. I'm like, well, that didn't get you elected. I bet if you ask people why they vote for you, I bet the top 10 reasons would not include because he's Presbyterian. Not that there's anything wrong with being Presbyterian. I just don't think that was forefront in people's minds as far as why they voted. People have different reasons for voting. But it is, I mean, one of the things I do see that can be good, depending on the person, is that when you do think that there's somebody or something greater than yourself, it provides a certain bit of humility. Not that Trump is overly humble, but then again, you can't become a world leader and be humble. None of these people is humble. It's like a football coach in the NFL or college football or basketball coach. Like, these people get where they are because they are tough-minded. They believe what they believe in how to run an offense or a defense, how to treat their personnel, how to draft players out of college or how to recruit players out of high school. And there's a lot of pressure. They're paid very well, but they have to be very tough-minded. You wouldn't necessarily like hanging out with them for too many hours at a clip because they would overshadow you, generally speaking. But that said, to me, it is good when somebody thinks, all right, I'm not the end-all and be-all. There is somebody that maybe I've got to answer to when this show is over. And there is, whether you agree with that or not, there is a certain civility that can be engendered by that way of thinking that I got to check myself on stuff. Whether you think it's because there's a judgment day coming or because you think it's just the right thing to do or both, it still can produce a certain sense of humility and a desire maybe to listen to other viewpoints that you might be missing, whatever it might be. But there's the Donald's view, some of them anyhow, as he stated them. And you guys can have at it. I know he's all leaders are controversial figures, but the Donald, certainly everybody has opinions on him. And he doesn't really script himself. He doesn't edit himself. And I appreciate that about him. And then other times I'm like, stop. But anyway, there is his some snippets on his theology. All right, folks, have a great day. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on another video and keep thinking theology.